How's this for a change of pace? I actually started recording this video about 3 minutes ago, and I read the news article and everything just for it to cut off abruptly and tell me I ran out of storage, and I couldn't record anything else until I cleaned up or deleted some files. So it ended my video abruptly, and it wasted my time. And I hate it when it does that because I don't feel like reading this article again. Um, and I'm just going to give you a summarization of what happened. And that is that Miss Kardashian West was held at gunpoint by men dressed as police officers who came to a private apartment that she rented out for, you know, however long as she intended to. And they stole some jewelry, 2 watches, one of which belonged to her. And she is, let me read the spokeswoman's words here, badly shaken, but physically unharmed. And, that last line alone, and, I'm not trying to say this should have happened, but given what I know about this case, which is that it was a group of men, I am very, very surprised no one seemingly made a sexual advance towards her. She's a very attractive woman. And when you have somebody at gunpoint, consent pretty much goes out the window. Unfortunately, rape is something that we need to find ways around. I'm glad that didn't happen to her. I'm just really surprised by it. But that tells you look at my finger here. The burglars wanted to make sure that they only took the money, and they just completely got out of there upon getting it or receiving it. But this story in and of itself really isn't that big of a deal because this kind of stuff happens to people all the time, or it wouldn't be that big of a deal if it wasn't her. But let me explain just how massive this story is, just the amount of coverage the story has had. It's been on, obviously, CNN, CBS, all the little major news websites. I walked into a business this morning having to do with vehicles, nothing with celebrities, and there's a teller, and on her computer, she has that on there. Because she has, and I can see it because she has the screen moved halfway to the side. And then the people that she's talking to, they all just begin having a discussion about this. And I'm just blown away because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Robberies happen all the time to less fortunate people. So to see them get so up in arms about, and discuss something that happened with her, it surprises me. And what's even more irritating is that these stories are the only way for people who usually aren't into the news to get into the news. Someone that is a fan, typically, of Kardashian or her husband, they won't read the news. What they'll do is conveniently be linked to it by a friend or occupant of, a Facebook account on that form of social media or some other form of social media that will, spread the story around. They'll basically see it in their newsfeed online. And this story really, at least to me, symbolizes what's wrong with, our attention spans. That we give so much attention to a person who, is in a situation that happens all the time because of who they are. And it disturbs me she didn't have that much security or any security really with her at all. And, you go and you look at other misfortunes of celebrities, whether it be them getting killed like Lennon or Versace. And, those, yes, happened several decades ago. The latter of which a few months before I was born. But the point is, that type of stuff is so recurring and so frequent that you can't just ignore it, at least in my opinion. You can't say, okay, well, that doesn't matter because that was several decades ago, could never happen to me. These celebrities get this thing about them where they believe they're invincible. It's not gonna happen. No way. But when you're a major, person who has a bunch of name recognition, it's very wise to have some level of security. So I'm hoping if she learns anything from this, it's that you don't just go around as, someone of her caliber who's very well known without anybody watching your back or anything to watch your back with, if you get what I mean. Uh, so that's that. This was a very organized endeavor because you don't have guys usually breaking in somewhere, getting the stuff, and just getting out. Like I said, that's kind of why I'm a little surprised they didn't try anything they didn't try doing anything to her. Um, but all in all, it's a very disturbing story, and I'm just glad she didn't actually have anything too bad happen. Yeah, she lost out on a couple of pieces of jewelry, but based on her net worth, she'll make it back up in about a month. So thank you for watching and have a good day.